Hello and welcome to Gailify. My name is Abigail. It's great to have you here on the channel. If you're new, you're warmly welcome. Thank you so much for stopping by. And if you're returning, thank you so much for the continued support. Kindly remember to continue to watch these videos, continue to like, subscribe. It's really important to help this channel to grow. So as you know, we've got just a few subscribers, but hopefully as the year goes forward, the subscribers are going to grow. That's what I'm hoping for, and I need you guys to help me to make this possible. So kindly subscribe to the channel. Thank you for doing so. So today we're going to discuss something very interesting. Obviously, I like to talk about nursing and everything nurse related. Some of the things that I share I know are like applicable in a whole lot of industries and professions, but because the target is more about nursing, I might be more biased to the nursing side of things. So kindly pardon me if you're not a nurse, but I know that you're going to get something great from this for your own profession as well. So today we're going to talk about retirement. I know it's not something that you're expecting from me, but I just want to ask you a question. How are you planning to retire? Have you even thought about it? Have you sat down to think about it, like make good plans? I know it just crosses your mind once in a while, you know, just think about the fact that, oh, how good it would be if you could retire early. I know a lot of people are planning to retire early, but a lot of people don't even know what they're going to use that time for. Like, if you retire early, what are you going to use the rest of your time for after retirement? What plans have you got? Where do you want to live? How do you want to spend your retirement? You know, some people just have got the idea that they want to retire at a certain age, but they haven't got anything written down. But the thing is, if you've got the idea, but then you haven't made specific goals and plans, it's not going to materialize. It will surprise you that you're going to get to age 60 or 55 and then you'll be like, where did all the time go? Time flies now. I'm just thinking about the first time I came into the UK, and now, like, time's just flown and you don't realize that the years are going by so quickly until they catch up with you. So now I know most of you watching or listening will be in your possibly 20s or 30s or beyond. And you're not close to retiring, you know, according to your own plans. A lot of us are not close to retiring. So this whole conversation might seem a bit strange to some people, but it's very important that at this point, you're supposed to sit down and make this plan. The moment you're earning some money, you need to start planning what you want to do when you retire. The number one thing that I'm gonna say is you need to start making this plan early. And early means now. So if you're hearing me, today is the day, or you know, this week or tomorrow is the day that you need to sit down and make a plan, if you haven't, about what you're going to do when you retire, when you want to retire, why do you want to retire at that time, where do you want to be, why do you want to be there, what do you want to do, and why do you want to do that. So I want you now, you can pause the video if you need to think about these things before you click continue. Now, if you are in the UK, and I know this is very similar to all other places, there's a state pension. So if you haven't even made any plans to go on pension, there is an automatic pension plan for everybody. So in the UK, we've got the NI contributions that we're making, and we're making that towards our state pension. So your NI contributions are helping with, you know, everything, development in the nation. It goes towards even the NHS funding it in itself, and also it goes towards your own pensions. So even if you're not planning, the country's planning for you. So that's one good thing. But the thing is, the amount of money that you're going to get out of the state pensions will not be enough. That's what people say, that it's always not enough for you to live on. But there are requirements. So the eligibility for the UK state pension is you have to be contributing towards NI for at least 10 years, and you have to be contributing up to a certain amount before you can qualify. And the amount that you get is based on how much NI you've given. And it's just funny. I think when I was reading, I saw something that you can decide to make up for the NI that you need to pay so that you can get the amount of money you need in state pension. As long as you're satisfying those criteria, the state is going to look after you when you go on pension, but obviously it's not enough to write home about. Now, the second thing that you might benefit from is a workplace pension. So you get that in a lot of countries as well. So a lot of companies will arrange a pension scheme for you. In our instance, as nurses, if you work for the NHS, I don't know about care homes, but I suppose they do a similar thing. But then the NHS has got a pension scheme for its members that you are automatically enrolled on. So apart from the state pensions that you're contributing to through your NI, your workplace is also deducting an amount from your salary towards the workplace pension. So the minimum amount that you pay is 5% of your gross monthly payment, and then your employer will contribute at least 3% as well onto that. So at least you're contributing 8% of your monthly earnings to your workplace pension. And the good thing is this money is not it's not taxed. So they deduct this money before they take whatever tax that they need to take from your earnings. So it's quite good. Your employer is actually adding some of the money to it for you. But obviously you need to satisfy some criteria. You need to be with this company, you need to be contributing an amount before you can get the relevant amount of money at your pensions. So I know a lot of colleagues who have opted out of the pensions, but obviously you need to make an informed decision. You need to discuss this with somebody that knows what they're doing before you decide to opt out of pensions, and you need to know the pros and cons of that decision before you go ahead and do it. So before you opt out of your workplace pension, in this case the NHS pensions, you need to be less than the 2-year qualified membership. So it has to be less than 2 years since your employment with the NHS before you can opt out. The thing is, you can opt out and rejoin again. So if you were in the NHS, let's say for a year, and then you left, and then you joined back after a month or in less than a month, you will continue that period of qualifying membership. So if you spend another extra year, it would be 2 years, and you will not be able to get a refund of your pensions when you want to exit. I don't actually know the details of the criteria that is in place. If you want to exit the pension scheme after 2 years of the qualifying membership, I think you have to go through another process, but it's not very easy and you don't get a full refund, I suppose. So if you want to opt out of pensions, the workplace one, the NHS one, for any reason, it has to be under the 2 years of qualifying membership. Otherwise, you need to speak to someone else that can give you more advice, because I don't know. Now, another thing that you can do is to build up your own pension scheme. So in this case, you have more flexibility, and then you're going to get more on top of your workplace pension. But obviously, all of these things, the way they work, the earlier you start, the more money you get into it, because they accumulate over the years. So you can arrange a private pension scheme on top of your workplace scheme. Or if you're not, if you're self-employed and you haven't got a workplace scheme, you can opt for the private pension arrangement. Also, if you're not employed, but then you feel like you want to contribute towards pensions, you can go ahead and do that as well. So it's really flexible when you go for the personal private pension contributions, because there are a lot of things that you can do with that money that you can't do with your workplace pensions or the state pensions. So those are options for you to explore, in planning towards your pension. Now, another way that people may contribute towards their pension is to invest in long-term, investments, maybe stocks, bonds, trusts, whatever that's out there, property, whatever you can lay your hands on. But obviously you need to do your own research and investigations into all of these schemes, because some of them are high risk, especially those that are not very long term. they can be very much high risk, and you need to know about all of these things before you're putting your money into them. The thing is, when you're just saving your money, inflation actually diminishes their value over time, so it's much beneficial if it goes into something like an investment. So yeah, that's out there for you guys. I just thought I should come to you guys today and talk about one of the things that we do not talk about often, which is our pensions and our retirement. And I hope after this video you're going to sit down, make a comprehensive plan about how you're planning to retire. So if you've got any questions or any other contributions, drop them in the comment section. Remember to subscribe, like and share. Until I come to you guys again in my next video, peace out.